Well, they might not have scored 90 points like usual this season, but they still got the win. Hi, everyone, and welcome into Wells Fargo Arena. I'm Blaine McCormick, and this is Josiah Destin, the Sun Devil basketball team, coming away with the win over University of San Francisco. Like I said earlier, this one didn't have the accumulative points of 90 like they previously had this season, but they still are undefeated on the year. What changed with the offense, and what was so different with them?
Yeah, it was interesting. Bobby Hurley said right after we were just listening to him, he said, I'm glad that we didn't play our best game and still won, and won by the margin they did. I mean, they won by double digits and did well. Offensively, though, they were really able to work inside and down low. I mean, Ramelle White, he's only 6'8", but he plays like he's 6'11" or 7 foot or something. I mean, the Sun Devils at one point, they were outscoring them 22-2 in the paint. So that really worked down low, especially when you're shooting cold in the second half. I think at one time ASU was shooting just 3 for 9 in the second half, but San Francisco is shooting 3 for 17. So, I mean, that's just – ASU was not playing great, but San Francisco was also very cold.
And you mentioned Ramelle White earlier, and he's really been a guy that kind of is overlooked on this Sun Devil offense and defense for sure, because he's one that you said plays like he's 6'10", 6'11", but he's only 6'8". How is he able to get these rebounds, and how is he able to have these kind of established games where he's just scoring and rebounding like none other?
I mean, it's really his athleticism, his wingspan. You look at the guys who he's going up against, these 6'10", 6'11", even 7-footer guys, and he looks great out there because of his wingspan. I mean, he's huge, and he's quick. But what he is doing is he's a double-double machine. I mean, the guy has 3 double-doubles already in just 6 games. He didn't play that first game. Let's remember that. And I think he's very much the reason why this team is number 20 in the nation. He got a standing ovation as he walked off. I mean, the fans know it. This guy's something special.
And White definitely is one of those special players. You mentioned the 3 for 6 double-doubles. One player that is pretty special, and we hear his name a lot, is Trey Holder. He had kind of an ice-cold first half, though, only scoring 2 points, but then he was able to catch fire in the second half, finishing the day with 15 points in general. What do you see from Trey, and how different is this game from what we saw previously? Because if you remember, he scored 40 points at one time this season.
Yeah, Trey's at 40, he's at 35, he's at 20s all around, and then 15. But those 2 points in the first half, it was not his night out there. I mean, he got poked in the eye, he got called for some fouls that were very controversial. I mean, Hurley didn't say he really needed to cool him down or anything. I mean, he's just a senior. He's been through it. And I mean, in the second half, getting those 13 second half points wasn't really an issue for him. What Hurley did say was that he's their best player. He's the best player on ASU right now, and they're going to pinpoint Trey Holder. Look at this guy. We need to guard him. They had their best defender on Trey, and it showed in that first half.
And San Francisco definitely had that notion to really guard Trey and really limit his time on the court. With this upcoming game against St. John's, Bobby Hurley said that they're a big program and they're a rising program as well. How do you see the St. John's defense combating this Sun Devil offense that has been red hot this season? Do you see an approach like San Francisco had tonight where they're really locking down on Trey Holder, or do you see them more kind of chillaxed and more conservative down low?
Oh, definitely up on the guards. I mean, St. John's has some of the best guards in the country, Blaine. And Hurley even noted that in the press conference that they've got these 3 guys who are very good. ASU, they've got their Trey Holder, Shannon Evans, Cody Justice, who are 3 senior guards who are very good. So, I mean, it's going to be a very interesting perimeter game matchup.
Well, it's going to be a perimeter game matchup for sure against St. John's. But for now, the Sun Devils pull away with a win against University of San Francisco. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here on the House of Sparky postgame show. He's Josiah Destin. I'm Blaine McCormick, and we'll see you next time.